Tavon Austin will be back deep as well. And we are underway in Morgantown. And it will be Tavon Austin from the 3. Good return. One man to beat. Tavon Austin. Touchdown, West Virginia. 98 yards.
Tavon Austin, a freshman, he can run like Divine, and he's a guy that's got big-time speed. They're trying to find different ways to get him the football. You see what kind of speed he has. Once he gets to the edge, there is nobody that's going to catch him.
And the IU fans making it difficult for Moore in Oregon right out of the gate. De'Aaron Hill Jr. is the running back. The quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in for an Indiana touchdown. D'Angelo Pons on the first play of the game.
And a big mistake here early by Dante Moore. Look at D'Angelo Pons. Got outside leverage of an outbreaking route, and his eyes are in the backfield the whole way. The ball's thrown slightly inside. Pons grabs it and takes it to the house. The vision defense that Indiana will play throughout this game make it very difficult to take those 3 access completions.
Can get through tackles as he did there.
That's DeAnthony coming around, got the handoff on that jet sweep. Looking for that sideline, and he's got it again. One man. Henry can't get there. That's his second touchdown. Already he's got the record with a 91-yarder from scrimmage, and now on the jet sweep, a 64-yarder.
Great run by DeAnthony Thomas. Good job of sealing the edge, but watch LaMichael James, the all-star hotshot tailback. Great effort right there to knock down Marcus Cromartie, to open it up to the outside and give DeAnthony Thomas more room to the sideline to eventually get all the way to the end zone.
Here's Everett who put pressure on it. It's Everett blitzing again off the corner. Chambliss retreating back near his own goal line. Picks up a block. Here we go again. Lacey, the catch, survives a big hit and gets the first down.
I mean, how about Trinidad Chambliss? The creativity, the athleticism, the quickness, the change of direction, and keeping his eyes downfield still finds Lacey. It's great close, by the way. Unbelievable close by K.J. Bolden. Surprised that ball did not get dislodged. So strong by Lacey to stay on his feet and get just enough for a critical 3rd down conversion.
Reggie Bush finds a hole and bursts through it. Reggie Bush gone. Touchdown. Zibikowski got him in the end zone, but as he slowed down, but he was across the goal line for a 45-yard touchdown run. The hole opened up, and he was through it in a heartbeat.
Well, that's the 3rd play in his career, was over 20 yards.
16th start of his career for Nate Longshore, and he started it 4 of 6 for 18 yards. Jackson on the end around, and here he comes, cutting it back up the middle. A lot of green in front of him. DeSean Jackson with a shake move, and here goes number 1. Is he running towards the Heisman? 73-yard sprint for DeSean Jackson.
You got a guy like DeSean Jackson here. Just you show it like you're going to hand off the 4-set, flip it around to DeSean Jackson, and that's the whole key. You try to get number 1 in space. It's the one thing that Colorado State was so concerned about. What a lonely feeling if you're a linebacker and you look up and see number 1. Here he is out in the middle of the field, and you say to yourself, oh no, Joey Rux breaking ankles. DeSean Jackson, just the flat-out speed. But again, finding ways to be creative, to get DeSean Jackson the ball. Just a simple, almost like an off-tackle play.
So Peterson, a lot of people feel this is his final matchup against Texas in the Red River rivalry. Only a junior, but obviously the National Football League has watched him very closely since his freshman year. Here he comes again. There he goes. Breaking tackles. Peterson inside the 10. Diving. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Oh, boy. This shows you what he's capable of, fellas.
He's got such great strength. And when you see him, he looks at the hole. He's got outstanding blocking. But look at him maneuver through the hole. His legs are going every which way, but you hit him one time, and if you don't take him down, he's got 6.
55 rushing yards for the junior. 158 yards through the skies. Looking to add to that total, has a man wide open, and it's Ginn. Touchdown!
You certainly throw this Ohio State football team in there. This is just a tremendous pass and catch on the part of Troy Smith and Ted Ginn Jr. Just line up, I'm going to get deep and sling it out there.
Barbecue shack that Nick Foles has said he wanted to make sure his teammates got some of that barbecue and give them a little Texas flavor and to educate some of the guys about Lone Star State. Brandon Weed and Blackman is by himself. He'll take his time and score eventually. Touchdown, folks. 71 yards.
Second and 10. Quick throw, pass complete. First down the sideline. It's Nash, and he is gone.
2 missed tackles. First by Bray, number 4, and then by Payton. It's a tough start of the day for Nash, number 12. Dropped a couple of balls, fumbles.
3 wide receivers all out to the right, with 1 wide out to the left. Out of the shotgun. Here comes the rush. Manning backpedaling for an interception. Tony George with some running room along the near sideline. George! Copeland, the only man with a chance to catch him. Touchdown, Florida!
Ed Chester, the defensive tackle from Florida, he starts the whole process. He comes from the inside, but Elijah Williams, number 25, comes on the blitz from the outside. Both of them lay the wood to Peyton Manning. The ball goes up in the air. Tony George with the interception return for the touchdown.
His interceptions.
This is Griffin on that pitch back to Kendall Wright. Stutter step. What a sweet move. Right up the middle. He's going to score. 37 yards.
It's really a triple option. He can either hand it off, he can run it, or he can throw it outside. He just flipped it way out there. You let Kendall Wright do the rest.
And against the blitz, little turn in, broken tackle for Troy Williamson. Might not catch him as fast as he will run. Impossible. Touchdown. Tumbling in from 64 yards.
But Troy Williamson burst on the scene 2 years ago as a freshman. He had 17 catches for more than a 28-yard average per catch. Blinding speed. He is the home run threat for South Carolina.
They're earning that $400,000 paycheck for coming here to Tempe. Yes, they are. Rolling left is Hill. And he is stuck. Who else? Vontez Perfect.
Watch the intensity in those eyes. Watch the focus. And watch the speed. And then watch the delivery. Lights out, baby. Watch him right here. It's a heck of a shot and a legal shot.
No matter what the coach thinks, Roberson never stops changing up. Here comes the option wide. There's the pitch. In a foot race, won't get the first down.
Strickland comes up with a huge one. Here's Strickland out here. He has to cover his man and react late. The option goes wide. The pitch is made a little early. The fullback falls down, and look at Strickland come up and knock him backwards.
Perkins at the 26. Dances for a hole. Got it. 40, 45, midfield now. He's got blockers all the way.
And Perkins explodes for the Sooner touchdown. 74 yards on the return. We told you he was a piece of dynamite just waiting to be lit.
Wow. Kirk has got a shot at this one at the 21. Heading to the far sideline, looking for a block, and got a couple. 40, midfield, Christian Kirk, one guy to beat, and he's not going to get him. Touchdown, A&M, 79 yards.
I thought he was a little conservative on his first couple punt returns. This time he caught it, he didn't go for the fair catch, and he used his skills, plus a couple good blocks, to make a huge play for the Aggies.
Perkins awaits this punt. Runs up to the 16-yard line. Got a hold. Explodes. Going end zone. Touchdown. His second. And Perkins now has returned 2 punts for touchdowns. Take another look. He's a dancer in the middle of the field.
Yeah, dodge, one more dodge in the last 50 yards. It's like he's running out for practice.
At the 50-yard line, very dangerous, averaging for the season 12.6 per return. And the return is on all the way. Colquitt booms it. Flowers at the 46. Here he goes. One man to beat. Thomas Flowers. The punter can't take him down. Wow. Touchdown, Georgia.
He gets good distance, but not much hang time. So when Flowers gets it, there's no orange jerseys close by him. He's got a nice lane right away. He catches it and hits it right up the seam, and then he makes the punter miss at the end. An excellent return by Thomas Flowers. Antonio Perkins, one more try here.
Here we go now. Needs the 5 to tie it.
They got to hold. They got to hold up the wings. They got to hold up those guys.
Yeah, the Gunners are getting free on it. Bassey's trying to get that gunner over the right and cannot. Here he comes now. Can he get it? Perkins slips. Got it. Perkins for the record. Breaks free. Looking for the 3rd touchdown. Down the sideline. Antonio Perkins. 3 punt return touchdowns and a new NCAA record.
Get a celebration penalty. That one deserves a celebration penalty, doesn't it?
Take the penalty. A 65-yard return that time. 74, 84, and 65 for Antonio Perkins, our player of the game. And that, folks, was your mad move of the 4th quarter.
Wow.
277 punt return yards. And that's the most touchdowns scored by any player in one game. Several players had returned 2 punts for touchdowns in a game, but never has anybody taken 3 to the end zone. And Antonio Perkins lights up the sky.
Caleb Downs, the deep man, at the 25. Evans. Downs lets it take a bounce, picks it up at the 21, spins out of traffic, up the sideline with room. Here he gallops, cuts it back. Downs, the Alabama transfer here at Ohio State. Touchdown, world famous.
He lets it bounce. It comes right to him, and there's the spin away from the long snapper, Mark Langston, 47, and now it's a foot race. Great cutback. How about the block from 11, C.J. Hicks on the sidelines, and the Alabama transfer.
Calhoun now 21 carries, 153 yards. Breaks it, 5, has 10, he is off. 10, 5, touchdown.
When's the last time you've seen a tailback take it to the house untouched against an Auburn defense?
Rashard Mendenhall into the game. Juice Williams is going to hand off to Mendenhall, and Mendenhall busts up the middle. No Northwestern defenders once again. He's gone. Past the 20-yard line, Rashard Mendenhall, touchdown, Illinois. An 86-yard touchdown run.
It's a straight handoff. No trickery,
get a hat on somebody, find a seam, and once he hits overdrive, it's over. There's no chance anyone's going to catch him.
That's not the type of defense that head coach Pat Fitzgerald of the Wildcats espoused as a player, and he's not going to be happy about that one.
Morton is wide left. McFadden, boy, as he popped out. Lynch wasn't going after anybody but the running back.
Well, this guy obviously got a bunch of sleep last night because he meets Dwight McFadden right in the numbers and says, here, take this.
3rd down and 9. Option. Perry, pitch McFadden. No! There is a heck of a crash. John Lynch.
To break right or left, you got to size him up and kind of level the guy just like Lynch does here. Well tonight.
From the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Johnson unloads. It is intercepted. John Lynch is going to take it in. Touchdown, Stanford.
This is a critical series for the North Carolina defense. Dantzler on the draw. Gets a block. To the 45. Dantzler's loose. It's a foot race. Dantzler inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Clemson.
Watch who he uses to help on this play. He uses the umpire right here. He runs right off the umpire right there, and it always happens when you run the ball up the middle like that, and then his speed and athletic ability and great balance going right down the sideline.
And athletic administrative offices, and it's right in the middle, Gary, of all of the sports complex here, and it's really going to unify, I think, the whole Baylor athletic department. Griffin on the keeper. Stayed in bounds. 25, 20. Oh, my! Look at Griffin dance!
He's going to stop on the sideline, let the traffic clear out, and guess what? I'm going to stop and start. No tackle there. Zoop! Got to fly by, and then he's going to get another 15, 20 yards here with his speed.
2nd and goal. Corner blitz. Grossman into the end zone, picked off. Here comes Maurice Sykes. He's got some help. One man back, and Maurice Sykes will go in for the score.
I think Rex Grossman got caught staring on this one. Maurice Sykes, he kind of eased up on the throw and tried to guide it in there, and Sykes was reading the quarterback the whole way. He was freed up. He didn't have any coverage responsibilities, and he made a huge play. Boy, oh boy, what a turnaround. 1st and goal for the Gators, and the next play, touchdown.
So tried to get 2 points on the board for Penn State on a return. Instead, we're going to have to score and convert on the 2-point conversion. Take it to Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked! Dylan Thieneman calls game. That's a walk-off, whiteout winner for the Ducks.
There's Kyle Ferry warming up on the sideline. 2 plays to get 9 yards to keep the game going. Pressure was picked up. Shapen, wide open, caught across the middle. Thompson, touchdown!
He gets confused with the switch release by Mississippi State. Not sure who he's supposed to cover. Ends up dropping Brennan Thompson. And that is as easy as a touchdown throw that you can get late in the game. Blake Shapen saw it perfectly. Puts the football right on his wide receiver. And a defensive miscue bites the Sun Devils.
Georgia's got Nick Chubb, the freshman, in at tailback. They're going to toss it to him. Chubb running over people. Cuts back inside the 30. Chubb down the sideline. First Georgia touchdown for the freshman. 47 yards for his first Bulldog touchdown.
See, just too many missed tackles. Now it's a great individual effort by Chubb. But this is a tired Clemson defense.
They're taking the angles away, and then 1 or 2 missed tackles, and a 5 or 6 yard gain turns into a big touchdown for Nick Chubb.
Here's Moss moving from the left to the right. That's Clement in the backside as he's in motion. The handoff to James again. Breaks a tackle at the 35, the 40. He breaks another tackle. 30, 20, 10. One man can beat him. Knocked down at the 1. They'll say he's in. Touchdown, Miami.
Just a terrific run that time by number 5, the sophomore, Edgerrin James, going off left tackle, bobbing and weaving his way through the line of scrimmage, and he goes the distance for the Canes.
Looks like Shalom Tolfree might have gotten a finger to him at the 5, tripped him up, but not enough.
But for players having all those pads on, they probably would prefer this 82 degrees.
Corey Brown comes into the backfield, and he's going to be the pitchman on the option. Doesn't get it as Braxton Miller keeps it. Miller off to the races. Stutter step. He's got a chance. Touchdown!
This was just textbook right here. You see Braxton Miller string out the defense, and right at the last second, Krishan Dupuis, the corner for Miami, was the only person. He had to make a decision. Do I go after the quarterback? Do I go after the ball carrier? And he made the decision to go after Braxton Miller, and that little stutter step right there was huge. Create the separation to get in the end zone.
You remember I asked you, I said, does it make a difference if other teams have more confidence? He said, sure. Oh, they Everybody do. Thinks they can get us now. They do. Reverse to Ward. Gets a block from Winky. Kneel down and away, and the third touchdown of the night by Ward. That's a basketball move. You'd think it was Michael Jordan. Wow. He faked about 3 defenders.
First and 10 for the Bulls now. Daniels will play fake, going deep down the field. Has a man wide open. Sterling Griffin, touchdown. Play fake. Hit as he throws, ball is loose. And they're calling it a fumble. South Florida has it. Jason Pierre-Paul knocked it loose, and it's recovered by the Bulls. And that is the 4th turnover for Florida State today.
It's the 4th sack, the 4th turnover, and it's from that front 4 of South Florida pressuring.
Is under further review.
We're going to look at this again.
After further review, the play stands as called on the field. Fumble recovered by South Florida. 1st and 10.
Here comes Miami from its own 33. Santana Moss in motion. And they're looking for him. Home run ball. He's there. There's some separation. He makes the catch. It spins out. Santana Moss to the 5. Touchdown, Miami. What a play.
You turn the football over, you hurt yourself. And you know what? Dorsey throws the ball. It's not an ugly ball. It's not a Billy Kilmer ball, but it's not one of the prettier balls. But you know what? Moss is going to find the end zone. You see the face mask right there. Big play abilities. Has there ever been anybody in the Big East that has been the special teams player of the week and the offensive player of the week?
I wonder if I have a Michigan-Florida ballot anywhere. Maybe I need that, too.
Oh, would there be a discussion about Michigan against Florida? Here's Leak, got a man open, caught, touchdown Gators, Percy Harvin, 37 yards.
This is the nicest release I have seen all year. Percy Harvin beating the bump and run at the line of scrimmage.
Receiving for the Trojans. Here's Gibson. Gets it away, not terribly deep. It will bounce at the 46. Arvett. By Dansby. Oh, my.
Arvett trying to make something happen.
Wow. Nice to have your best player.
After the play was over, personal foul against the receiving team.
Aiden Fry's 18th year here. Most games by any Division I coach that he's coached. Nick Galloway, the top punter in the Big Ten, shows why with that move. Oh! Tim Dwight didn't give him enough room, but he sure gave him a headache.
Rodney Williams will be remembering this one the rest of the game. Remember Derek Mason last week? We did the game for Michigan State. That's how they opened up with punt. Timmy Dwight so aggressive with special teams.
Tubby Coleman back at the 25. Good spiral.
Coleman at the 29, hit, ball free. Jamison picks it up, and he recovers it as he's tackled at the 18-yard line. Tubby Coleman, oh my, airbags on that one. Jeff Wilson, wow. I guess Wilson responsible for the hit. Wow. And then Jamison picked it up. What a hit.
Auburn spreads the field on 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's Campbell. Tucks it. Throws it deep in the end zone. Looked like last week, didn't it? Here goes Odell Thurman. The race is on. Pollock with a block. Odell Thurman still running free. And Odell Thurman gets in for the touchdown. 98 yards.
Well, they should give him 100 yards because he tipped the ball. The ball was tipped in the end zone. What a play by the Georgia defense. The ball's tipped by Tony Taylor. Odell Thurman showing the speed. Looks like an old running back.
Forcing Dan Nicholson to try and make a play.
Pressure, but Nicholson avoids it down the middle. Perez there. The catch is made. No, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Juan Bracey. There is a flag all the way back at the 44. Bracey takes it back out near the 35.
Watch this great play at the end. You think Nicholson's going to complete this at about the 2-yard line. The ball goes through the hands of Marcus Perez. Perez didn't even realize the ball was intercepted, but it's Juan Bracey that comes down. Watch it go right through, and then Perez thinks the ball's on the ground.
Yeah.
He doesn't even think the play's still alive and got a total shock when Chris May said, "Thank you very much."
Greer looking for Sills, laying out, touchdown West Virginia.
What an unbelievable toe tap. They'll take a look and see if he maintains possession when this foot hits. Didn't appear like it at first, but seeing that replay, what incredible concentration, maintaining the catch, getting that right foot to tap in.
I just don't think you're going to see. In fact, Cal lost earlier today, so they do control it.
Look out, Akili Smith is gone!
Oh, Akili Smith is going to open up on the option. He's going to come down the line and break it immediately. This is great vision. He steps up inside of Abdul Malik, and he is absolutely gone.
Reggie Williams isolated out on the wing. He runs a slant. He's wide open. Reggie Williams outrunning the defense again. 6 for the Dogs. Welcome to Reggie's world.
Well, watch this. Short route, you just asked me. No one there, David. And he just turns on the Jets. And guess who he's beating out there for the touchdown?
Keith Lewis?
Keith Lewis.
The two top receivers. Quick, gives in. Ball came out. It's picked up. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyree Young, the freshman. Lewis Moore, the sophomore, made the hit.
Look at all the Wildcats up. Man-to-man.
It's a run. Zeon Chriss got his way through, and he may go. Chriss is in. Houston leads out of nowhere.
You can see it. Look at all the Wildcats coming right downhill, and for one of the rare occasions, a missed tackle there is I think Riley loses his feet. Chriss sees the cutback lane and just too much speed.
It's now second, close to a half dozen. Little waggle action. Kaufman looking for his second touchdown. The hurdle and the move. And a touchdown for Chase Kaufman. I don't know if it was a low or a high hurdle, but it worked anyway. 23 yards on the score.
Good job by the quarterback, Chase Daniel, finding his tight end out there on the outside and watching this hurdle. I think it's Ryan Walters, the safety, coming up, making a low tackle. Kind of goes down there, and he spins and gets it into the end zone. Remarkable effort by the big tight end.
Playing a BCS Bowl for him to have any shot. So it always comes back to winning.
Picked by many to win the Big 12 North. He completes this pass to Chase Kaufman. Goes airborne. And picks up another 10 yards down to the 47-yard line.
This guy has 3 pins in his little finger on the left hand. He plays like a wide receiver at 6'6", 245. Do you think he just helped his draft stock right there?
I don't know if he knows that he's fun to talk to, but he is fun to talk to.
Yes, he is, and he's always in shape. Every time you see him, you go, this guy's living right.
A win lets it go. It's up in the air, tipped and caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Utah! Kendrick Boyai on the Hail Mary as time expires.
Now, these defenders are supposed to be knocking this ball down. You can see the effort being made.
First down at the 31. It would be about a 49-yard attempt from here for the Canes. And Beck will throw. Gets rid of it quickly, and it is almost picked off. It is! It's intercepted! T.J. Capers looked like it was tipped at the line, and Beck throws his 4th pick of the game, and that one was a killer.
Looks like they got a hand on the football, deflects this pass. It's 27, JoJo Evans. That ball never touches the ground. What an incredible play by T.J. Capers. Pass is deflected. Capers goes down. Strong fingers.
Wow.
That is a remarkable interception.
1 for 3 tonight on 3rd down conversions. A 3rd and 1. Ralph, a little play fake. Has a lot of time to throw. Launches it up. Has a receiver. It's tipped and picked off. Patrick Peterson coming back the other way. Back to the 47-yard line. Patrick Peterson, who had an interception against Mississippi State last year, does it again.
Well, you want to know why this guy is highly rated and one of the best corners in the land? This is what he can do.
3rd down here. Murray. Intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Heads to the 5. In for the touchdown. You might hear that word. Brissett goes deep right side for DeBose. There's Tyrann Mathieu back, and he got it. Of course.
I'll tell you, I equated it. I haven't seen a defensive guy make this many plays. And Dominican Sue made it a couple of years ago for Nebraska. Of course, Charles Woodson.
Empty again.
3-man rush. Daniel still looking for somebody open. Retreats on the move, complete. Alexander scores. A play that took a half-dozen seconds to unfold, it seemed, and Chase Daniel strikes again. His 2nd touchdown pass of the night.
They went with him because he was good, not great in the preseason, but once the year began, he has been terrific, and his touchdown run has given them a 21-point lead. Luke Briggs kickoff. Here comes Mardy Gilyard. Free at last.
Here's the angle.
They have the angle, and that's their only chance of getting them, and they will not. Touchdown, Mardy Gilyard.
Gilyard has the speed to be able to do that, and he can outrun angles, and he has great vision, but you can't get to the open ground, and you only do that with great run skills, and then watch him just go down that left side.
Michigan State quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 3. Walker.
Kenny Walker. Walking him down. 58 yards. Touchdown, Sparty.
They've got to get it to Kenneth Walker. Here's the give. Walker! Kenneth Walker! Touchdown! Smarty! Hello, New York! I'll see you in a minute! Rest assured, I'm going to be there!
Second down and goal from the 3 for Stanford. Lewis throwing for Johnson. Out of bounds. Touchdown! They gave it to him. Right on the line against Joe Hunter, a one-handed stab, and he got a foot down.
Play action out of a power formation. Down the middle, Lee's got it! Touchdown, USA! What a great catch on play action out of a power formation. Troy Hill could not stop the freshman from Inglewood, California. What a play.
And this was a big matchup tonight that's going to determine the outcome of the game.
Booty, deep jet, the foot race for the end zone. 10-5 score. 62 yards on a third down.
That's Keith Zinger, number 89.
Same matchup, linebacker versus Dixon.
Glenn, handoff, Hester to the 20, to the 15. LSU, first down.
This guy, everybody says, put in the fast guys, put in the fast guys. I like this guy.
Robertson was playing because Rogers couldn't finish due to the injury.
And fighting forward and breaking out of there is Lynch, and he's gone. This is the strength we're talking about in this true freshman. Marshawn Lynch just broke a couple of arm tackles, and 43 yards later, he's in the end zone.
5'11", 200-pounder.
And I think it's going to be one of those things where they don't sit down until he gets 2,000.
You got a couple things working here. You got it's 41-0. It's going to be that or more at half. You got a running back who wants to get 2,000. You got Joe Paterno not wanting to embarrass the other team on the other sideline.
Second down and 8. Larry Johnson closing in on the magical number. Gets the toss. Johnson, here he goes. This is 2,000 plus for Larry Johnson. Touchdown, Penn State. And he does it with style. 38 yards, his 4th touchdown of the day. And look at his lineman.
Class in the motion this time. And give it to Jackson again. Jackson, big gap, look out. 40, midfield, to the 40, to the 30. They're not going to get him. Jackson's going to go all the way. 75 yards and a touchdown. Big block by Sanchez to pop him, and then nobody would catch him.
You know, Barry, you can tell that he was just a step away from having one of these earlier in the ball game.
Again, Syracuse giving up 925 yards the last 2 games. Slayton, nice hole. Slayton, sideline. Maybe one man. Not going to get him. Touchdown, West Virginia. 52 yards, Steve Slayton. And it's 16-7 Mountaineers.
4 minutes on that drive. McAllister, Deuce is loose. He will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. 80 yards.
Deuce McAllister, a 4.28 40 time. And Coach Cutcliffe told us yesterday, if he breaks contain, there is no one that will catch him. And he showed there nice strength through the line of scrimmage. And boy, he was moving.
The pitch to Rudy with some running room. Cuts it upfield. Rudy Johnson in the open field. Rudy Johnson still on his feet. Rudy Johnson may go the distance. Rudy Johnson will. Wow. Wow.
That's all you can say on that play. Good play right there. Good block by Robert Johnson on number 10 right there. And Rudy Johnson does the rest. He switches arms, cuts it back. No, I don't think so. I'll take it back this way. Look at the blocking downfield. Ronnie Daniels, Clifton Robinson, and Rudy Johnson does the rest.
My, oh my.
Right now back at the 40-yard line. Felix Jones in a tailback. Jones on the carry, cutting it back, and Jones on the loose. Jones on the move, turbo time, touchdown.
But you're going to watch him right here. He is going to miss a tackle. And then Felix Jones shows the explosiveness in the open field.
What he wants to see is some leadership and toughness that when they do lose, they don't go in the tank.
Javid Best, the freshman, running through green shirts. Here goes Javid Best. And Javid Best proves that he is. The freshman takes it in. 64-yard scamper.
He's got good speed. It's that play again. Fake inside, pitch to the outside. But take it to look, number of guys. I mean, Darrell Williams has a chance. 4 or 5 guys just reaching out, not wrapping up. And sometimes that happens, though, as a defender.
Well, Smith has already gotten the 24 yards he needed coming into this game to get 1,000 for the season. He's at 27 yards in his first 3 carries. And Moffitt going deep for Marshall, who one-hands a touchdown. UCF.
You see the play action, what it does to set up Marshall, getting just a little body position on the safety deep down the field. And it says that Marshall's 6'4". We spent time around him this week. I rode the elevator down with him this morning. If he's 6'4", it's got to be 6'5" or 6". I mean, the guy is a big, strong, great-looking athlete.
14 yards. Garcia to Wilds for the first time today. This is 1st and 10. Garcia airing it out near side. What a catch by Jeffrey inside the 5. Touchdown!
You tell me, Spirit, you think there's any defensive back in the country that can get up and get a ball as high as this guy right here? I mean, he is a man-child on the outside. It got away with a little bit of a push-off there at the end, but not enough to throw the flag. What a great play.
Alshon Jeffrey, the consensus All-America candidate, climbing the ladder.
To get that ball over to the official, it is that much of an ingrained habit. Rutherford faking short and going deep. Double coverage flag. Still comes up with the ball.
Lest you think we were turning this guy into Superman and he's really not that good, that's the kind of play he makes every week. And when Dave said at the top of this game, you're going to see some catches that you've never seen before, this is what he's talking about. He's judging where the players are, where the football is.
McCarron goes deep. Amari Cooper.
My. It's not like Bakari Rambo didn't see it coming. Georgia wasn't fooled. He was standing back there, jumped up for the ball, but one great athlete out-jumped another good athlete.
Made a 44-yarder last week. This from 57. He's also a punter, and they're going to pooch it down there. Georgia Tech was ready. And Tarrant is loose on the sidelines. Gerard Tarrant 2 weeks in a row to the house. That's out of field goal range.
Well, I'm one of these guys right now. I punt the ball and I make that freshman quarterback Kyle Parker wake up and do something. Field position, push him back, put pressure on him.
Well, we're going to set up to try one. Blair. He's going to throw it. They got a fake, and they got Thomas wide open on the sidelines. No signal. Now touchdown. Clemson caught napping.
The mass confusion occurred during the substitution. They didn't account for Thomas during all of the changing that was taking place. They never saw number 8 staying on the field.
First down at the 36. Here comes a blitz. Heupel's going to go long. Got a man out there, almost making the catch. He did make the catch. At the 30 is Woolfolk. He one-handed it. Tipped in the air, and on his back, he grabs it. It's a 34-yard pickup. Is there a circus around here? Come on.
Not just one new corner, but a new nickelback as well.
Garcia, his first throw. Fires down the middle. It's intercepted.
Alabama coming the other way, and it's Mark Barron. He's got a convoy. Still on his feet. Barron down the sideline. Cuts to the middle. He might be going. Touchdown.
They're going to force the backup quarterback to make continuous, numerous throws to drive the ball down the field.
There's the pressure from the backside. Whoa. Intercepted. Picked off by Miles Jack.
You know, Liel did this before early in the game, and he got a 15-yard penalty for intentional grounding, just trying to do too much. We've all done it as a backup. You try to go in there and make plays, force your way into the game.
What a day for quarterback Colt Brennan. A career-high 480 yards passing. Blitz off the edge, and Rivers is thinking about a house call. If you don't know about Jason Rivers, you better ask somebody. Touchdown, Hawaii. Brennan with an all-time bowl record. About 560 yards, a school record, in addition to 5 touchdowns.
On second and goal. Brewer, the draw. Spins. Is wrapped up and brought down. Under 20 seconds.
Got to move. It's the danger of a running play at this point. No timeouts left, and got to give yourself a chance to take a shot at the end zone.
Looking Mims' way. Mims! What a sensational catch for the go-ahead score!
Now, we've talked a lot about Tylan Wallace and his ability to go up and get the football, but Denzel Mims says, what you can do, I can do better. And what a play in traffic against A.J. Green. Strong hands ripping that ball out of the air, and I love the trajectory of the throw by Charlie Brewer. Put that thing on the line and let him go get it.
Side there, it's all individual effort. It's all on him after that. First and 10 on the 35, and watch out. Loose football. Colorado recovers. The Buffaloes will go the distance. It is Johnson. Johnson, touchdown, Colorado. Celebrate.
Downfield wide open. Gunnell, touchdown, Boston College.
Mark, that is the most effective thing of Matt Ryan. When he scrambles, he keeps his eyes downfield. We talked to the Clemson coaches yesterday. When he scrambles and you're on defense, you cannot look at the quarterback.
Right now it's a 45-yard field goal. Be nice to get 5 or 6 more yards.
Actually, it's 3rd and 11. They lost a yard on that play. In the middle, caught forward. Into the end zone, Clemson wins.
You'll see it right here on 3rd down. Miami's had trouble getting pressure, and he stands in, delivers. Tight window, and Ford does a great job of getting into the end zone. Big win for this Clemson team, and you saw this kid grow up tonight.
Bortles pumps, deep shot, intended for Coleman, and he's got it. Touchdown, UCF. Bortles to Perryman, 52 yards on the TD strike. Don't let him get in front of you or behind you. Keep it out, keep everything in front.
Raiola in trouble. Down he goes.
Llewellyn thinks he has the ball. Max Llewellyn knocked that ball out. That ball is out. Max Llewellyn with the sack. It looked like he recovered as well.
After review, the ruling on the film of a fumble recovered by the defense is confirmed. It's first down, Iowa.
Another Iowa-Nebraska game coming down to the final seconds and a field goal attempt. This one from Drew Stevens from 53 yards out for the win. Snap, hold, kick. Got it! Hawks win!
Fourth down and 12 to keep the game alive in overtime number 2. Here comes the blitz. Castellanos in trouble. Heaves one towards the end zone. Intercepted! It's over! Virginia has done it!
Hicks again is up top. He runs it to Henderson. He stopped short of the end zone. He stopped short of the end zone. He now would come in and give him a touchdown. Wow. And on the final play of the game, Tech has won it 23-21.
This may be reviewed. Did the ball cross the 20 of the end zone before he went to the ground?
What was called on the field, and that is touchdown.
Yeah, and really, Torian Henderson, how does he get there? His helmet gets there. He's reaching the ball out. He reached the ball over, but was he down before he extended the football? Where is he? Is the ball down? Is his body down before he extends the ball out? The ball is definitely extended out.
After further review,
touchdown. What a call by Mike Leach to roll the dice and run the football, and the Riverboat Gambler lives on.
D'Angelo Pons is across from him. Brown is the back. Beck steps up, delivers downfield, intercepted! Jamari Sharp makes the pick that will clinch Indiana's first national championship.
So as he throws it, the safety's going to work over here to help out. Now it's a 2-on-1. The corner knows he has help so he can trail. Doesn't feel the urgency to have to stay upfield with Marion. He knows the safety's coming over. Now he locates the football, staying in zone. Indiana's been doing this all year. That's why they're #1 in turnover margin.
Arnaud. Caught! Inside the 25. Hamilton with the catch. They call him steady and accurate. A good player, a better person, the most solid receiver of this core. And he steps up and makes his play when he needs to. You knew the quarterback was going to go to Mr. Clutch, and he did. Arnaud, fresh set of downs. Looking end zone. And it is caught! It's caught! Unbelievable! Jake Williams, the catch! It has been deflected, and with an extra point, Iowa State can tie it up. And now for the extra point to tie. This is Mahoney for the tie. And it's blocked! It's blocked! Kansas State blocked it! Great pressure up the middle as they get their hands up. It's that little effort. And away he goes.
Case has got it. Throws, touchdown! James Cleveland at the goal line. He got away from DeAndre Brown. And now the Cougars are a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Keenum looks it over. They're on their feet here at Chapman Stadium. Sims in motion to the right. Case has got it. He looks. Look out backside. He's down. Tanner Ansel puts him on the ground. Right now, the Cougars have numbers if Chase Turner kicks it and not Hogan. And Turner does kick it. And it is fumbled. And loose. The Cougars have it. Cougars have the football. The Cougars make the recovery. The ball popped into the hands of Tim Monroe at the 40-yard line. 4-man rush. Keenum throws far sideline. Cleveland makes the catch at the 47-yard line. Only took 5 seconds. One more of those plays, and you can keep the ball in the center of the field. You don't have to go sidelines. You got timeouts. Here's the blitz. Keenum throws over the middle. It's Carrier, 40, coming to the sideline, 35 and out of bounds. Woo! With 3 seconds to play.
With a block of that was the block of the game. LJ Castile takes 2 guys out. Way to go, LJ.
45-43. Tulsa leads. 3 seconds to play. 51 yards from the near hash mark for Matt Hogan. Good hold. It's got the distance. It is. Yes! Yes! Cougars
Yes!
win! Cougars win!
Yes! 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 Yes!
Todd Graham, stick it in your pipe and smoke it, baby.
Yes! Tom, they tried to take that one from us. What a great team win. All the way around. That is a Cougar team win.